Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Friday, April 10th, 2026 Aries. Group activities perhaps with social, ecological or humanitarian focus could take place somewhere in your neighborhood. You might decide to attend with your partner. You could encounter some friends in the process and all of you could be caught up in the excitement generated by the spotlight. Listen well and think about what you learned today. It might make a difference in your future for sure. Taurus, your values could undergo a complete turnaround today. Recent developments in the world, your community, among your circle friends and within you might make you realize, like it or not, you and everyone around you is going through a transformation. This might be a little concerning, but it is a positive development. Take things one day at a time and see where they go. Gemini, spiritual and psychic matters come to the forefront. You could be greatly inspired to express yourself creatively and you could also be quite surprised at the wisdom you find within yourself. A gathering of friends, perhaps for the purpose of metaphysical subjects, could bring this to your attention. It becomes hard to ignore, but don't cling to the shore, flow with the current. Cancer, are you contemplating a move of some kind? Perhaps you're thinking about relocating to be closer to members of a group that you're affiliated with. You might be considering to move out of the community where spiritual and values are not only discussed but also lived. Make a list of your options as it helps. You're in a transitional period right now, so make the most of it. Leo, communication with friends, siblings and neighbors should be open, congenial and supportive today. A gathering could open the door for new friendships, interesting discussions and other group activities that you might enjoy. The only downside could involve mental overload. You might learn so much today and that you can't keep track of it all. Take note so you could maintain a record of everything that practically impresses you. Virgo, career matters couldn't be going better right now, especially if you're one in the communication field, including writing, publishing, teaching, the internet or mass media. Your financial situation is probably improving very quickly and you're making contact with congenial, intriguing people who share your interest. You're also aware of the changes happening around you. Libra, have you been planning the trip by air, perhaps to a distant place associated with a spiritual tradition? Warm places like Egypt, Mexico or Israel could be especially appealing now. You could be going with a group of friends or solo. If you haven't been considering a journey, think about it. You might receive some interesting knowledge from the trip, so please plan it now. Scorpio, some vivid, inspiring and intense dreams or visions could come your way today. They could involve paranormal figures such as angels. Make sure you keep a record of them as your higher self is trying to tell you something. Make a list of the images you can remember and analyze these images and what they symbolize to you. You could come up with some profound insights about the world and yourself. Sagittarius, love and romance should be flying high for you now. If you're single, you could soon form an incredible relationship. If you're involved, the spiritual and emotional bond between you and that partner will grow deeply. The lines of communication are wide open. Make use of them that you may find the kind of love which most people only dream of. Capricorn, you could be feeling physically strong, healthy and energetic today, although you could also be feeling lightheaded. You could experience the sensation of wandering around in a daze with your feet on the ground and your head in the clouds. Achieving balance won't be easy, but you should be able to manage it today. Concentrate on activities that involve spiritual or imaginative facilities today. Aquarius, in future years you might remember today as one of the best days of your life. Romance should be going beautifully for you. You could exchange deeply felt words for your love partner. The future looks bright and you should be full of enthusiastic plans for pursuing what you really want to do in life. You should also be feeling especially strong, energetic, healthy and ready to try anything. A journey could be coming soon, so please be prepared. Pisces, happiness reigns in the home as friends and family members gather for a long-awaited reunion. You could be hosting a gathering of friends and acquaintances interested in the arts or psychic abilities. Discussions should be intense and fascinating nonetheless. A young visitor could come up with some unexpected insights and revelations that blow everyone away. Write down whatever impresses you the most, enjoy the evening and make the most of it. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Friday, 10th April 2026. Do have yourself a great day.
Good morning, guys. It's Friday. Well, what do you know? We've found ourselves at a wrap-up of another week. Now, that's a privilege. A lot of people didn't make it to over here. So if you did, Thank you, guys. We need to take a break. We'll be right back. Our next conversation is with Adrian Uche. He has a venue, a venue that is proven to be quite instrumental, especially in these times, because we didn't have, well, like he mentioned in our conversation, there's been spaces, but not spaces that were readily equipped to host the nature and the magnitude of the things that we produce on the island. Our creatives needed that avenue, and through Warehouse 11 and other spaces, he now can produce that. And thankfully, he's got a passion and a love for the creative arts, so he is not making it it's not killer to cow to get it done. You can actually have affordable venues now to host cultural events. So we sat down with Adrian and we discussed something around that line. Listen, it's always a joy, connecting with Dr. OJ, with Adrian. But we have been hearing a lot of comments. We in the entertainment, we in the creative industry, spaces to host the creative arts has been a sore point for as long as I can remember. We have so much talent within that realm, but spaces where persons can hone their talent, where they can showcase it, and I have been hearing a lot about Warehouse 11. A lot of the plays, actually, in the past few weeks and months, everybody that I, calls for an interview, they speak about Warehouse 11. Now, they tell me, Adrian that have that, I say, and I ain't put on a fet yet. So I say, let me pry a little bit. Tell me about that space, though, because I don't think I've had the privilege. The last one I was supposed to come to, I think I traveled. There was a play there by Cantilia and the likes.
That's
right, but I was not here for that.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
So the first thing I have to say is that we are here because Caribbean Metals is an extremely tolerant sponsor of Warehouse 11.
Oh,
they don't know that they're a sponsor, but when I looked at the kindness with which they have kept us here, I have to say that they're a sponsor. So thank you, Caribbean Metals. We would not be here without you, that's for sure. And they're so nice to us. The second thing I want to say is that we had a fete. We've had several, actually, but it's just for people who get it and who understand and who want to come. I mean, it's an open door, but not everybody understands that you can transform a warehouse into what this is. So if you don't come and you don't see it and you don't feel it, you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
But you're welcome to try. And we have, as I said, an open door policy, and we're so happy when people come to see us. We have hosted seminars, workshops, school tours where we tell the kids about carnival, about the arts. We allow them to make stuff, put bits of the carnival materials together so that they can play around with it, they can touch it and feel it and be inspired. In terms of venues, we have venues. There are venues. I did an inventory not so long ago, and we have lots of venues. What we do not have is properly designed and properly configured venues. So even our cultural center, for example, needs to be made more functional. It needs new equipment. There's equipment there from 47 years ago when the French gave us the structure for independence.
Wow.
If my history serves me correctly. We need to upgrade. We need to train the technicians. We need to also make the spaces affordable.
Right.
It costs several $1,000s to go to the cultural center, which is contrary to any policy for developing the arts and for developing good practice in the arts. And that's production, that's direction, that's technical direction, lighting. So it's just too expensive. So the spaces exist, but they're not accessible.
Right.
We have auditoriums in schools, which you will have great difficulty trying to book and trying to bring in equipment to make them functional. So it's not a lack of physical space, it's a lack of the supporting information. It's a lack of the supporting technical skills and the rest of it. So production is very expensive for most people. because you've got to bring in so much, your lights, your sound, your this, your that. And so what we decided is that we would have a space which would be affordable, which would be accessible. So we just did Duen, for example, directed by Kentilia Louis. And it was like, tell us what you can do, let's make this happen. And that is really the spirit of the space. We call it a creative community space. We have hosted workshops for school children. We have hosted workshops for girls at risk.
Wow.
We have had tours by tourist-related entities. We have done the book launch for Irving Daisy about 2 months ago, which was amazing. We had musicians, we had all of the top poets were here reading, and a magical evening.
Wow.
We just did duets, as we said, and we're priming up to do Don't Call Me Baby Doll, written by Travis Wheat, and Triptych, written by Kendall Hippolyte.
These are the two from Arts on the City,
This is from Arts on the City.
Awesome.
And we're very, very pleased that this is a suitable venue for such things. We have the technical support, we have the equipment, and we have the goodwill of technicians in St. Lucia who will come in and say, yeah, this is important, let's make it happen.
Wow.
So that's the spirit of the place. And to be included in the program is a great honor. And as a matter of fact, we made an offer to Her Excellency Dame Paulette Louise to consider this the home of the Nobel Laureate Festival. And we are very willing and hopefully able to work with her and her committee to have more stuff here. So it's a place to be used. It's not a place to lock up and not make available. It is a place that should be accessible to everybody. And we're trying our very best to work collaboratively with groups who need space to be able to put on events, shows of development nature, which is to say, involve the young people, make it a training opportunity. We have 3 interns here from Sir Arthur Lewis. They're usually here in their spare time. We like that. We have boys from the community who have joined us and just grown exponentially since they're involved.
That's community spirit.
We adopt them.
I love it.
In fact, up to yesterday, we engaged with a newcomer who he needs help, he needs support, he needs the aunties and uncles who are here. And we are adopting him, and we are going to see that his life improves.
Lovely.
And that's what we bring. We have a lot of experience, we have good connections. There's a young man who came to us, in fact a series of young men came to us. We created a football team and got them into the youth league. We sponsored their T-shirts and their equipment and stuff. So we're doing some good work. And it takes social responsibility on behalf of corporations as well, on the part of corporations, because we have had support, for example, from the Tourism Enterprise Trust Fund. We've had, just on Monday, we honored Sandals Grant / Sandals Foundation for assisting us with the fans, which are attempting to keep us cool. We've had help from the Constituency Development Fund for the area under the generosity of Stevenson King, who is our district representative. We've had some help from the Taiwanese embassy, and the Prime Minister has been remarkably supportive, and I'm very, very, very proud to say he was here one night last year. This was in the middle of the carnival season. The place was abuzz, and I drove in about 8 o'clock and in the evening, and I thought to myself, this is like a little Chinese factory. Everybody was busy doing something. The choreographer, Bashana and Shadria Days, who joined us in the launch, they were outside with 10, 12, 15 dancers doing their paces outside. The welder was in the corner welding up some frame or the other, so you had all the sparks.
Everything was going on.
The light effects. You had people sewing and stitching. You had another set cutting, another set. We had the guy who painted the backdrop for this same costume that we spoke about a little while ago. Nigel, he was there painting. So we had painters, dancers, welders, carpenters, sewers of things, stickers of things, cutters of things, costume makers. We had, I think, 2 or 3 Queen Show costumes being built in the same space, competing costumes being built in the same space with our support and assistance. And I called the Prime Minister. I said, "So could you come and see this, please? I would like you to come and see this." And bless his heart, he came. He said he was at the end of his day and he found time and he came. And it made us feel so important. It made us feel so validated that the Prime Minister at the end of a busy day would come through and he met everybody, he spoke to everybody, he engaged people meaningfully, and we really appreciated that. And I need to say that publicly, as I've said before, but that made the process important. It gave us a sort of a affirmation that yes, what we're doing here means something to someone.
This Sunday is Good Deeds Day? Absolutely. Yes. And you know already, we are parents to the Donation Foundation, the founders of Good Deeds Day. So guess what? We are recognizing, and Diane is here to give us all the information as to what's going to be happening on Good Deeds Day. Diane Donation, Good Deeds and Good Deeds Day. Sunday is Good Deeds Day.
Indeed.
It's here again.
It is here again. Yes,
I am excited to know what's on the calendar because I know you're this woman. Lots of things has been going on, obviously. This lady ended up all in my country. So Good Deeds Day definitely has been spreading its wings, and I'm sure, much to your satisfaction because you've been putting in the work, you and your team.
Yes.
So certainly. We're going to talk about the Grenada in a minute, but, we got to talk Good Deeds because we need to know what's planned for the day. What is the observance? What's the theme? You have a theme for working with this year as well?
This year, our focus is really on the youth.
Okay.
And of course, it's small hands, big impact. And we have our first ever Little Mr. and Miss Good Deeds Day pageant, which is happening on Sunday. So we have 7 beautiful people from the ages of 7 to 11. Who will be vying for Little Mr. and Miss Good Deeds Day.
Come on now.
St. Lucia, yes. And they have been involved in volunteerism. Nice. They have been, they visited a retired teacher. They visited the farm at the Barbono Secondary School. They were allowed to pick an initiative where they each contributed a lunch to a student in their school. And also, they have really been involved in terms of keeping the message of being kind, speaking good, doing good, being compassionate, having respect, and all of these things. Yes.
Wow. So you're really grooming the next set of leaders, the next set of humans, I should say, because when you started off, you started around the teenagers, 5, but now you're able to go back down into the foundation type of it now. That is remarkable.
Yes, because according to our mission of Donation Foundation, it says innovative volunteerism for nation building.
Yes.
And of course, there seems to be a culture where we are slowly losing our culture of volunteerism.
Yes.
And of course, we need to start with our young people to instill the values of giving back. And not expecting anything in return.
Yes. You do it from the heart.
Yes, you do it from the heart.
And I think this is much opportune time.
Yes.
The timing is right for that as well. All right, so is the pageant is the only thing on the day? What else can we expect?
We also have, in Dennery, we will be having a community activity, which is a fun sports day on the same day.
Nice.
That will be spearheaded by one of our leaders, our young leaders in Dennery. So we will have 2 consecutive events on Good Deeds Day happening. We also will be having, of course, in collaboration with Maggie, we'll be having the Flavors of Kindness, where we intend to feed at least 300 people.
Oh, this is nice.
Yes.
Innovative and very nice. How thoughtful, how creative.
Flavors
Wow.
of Kindness. So Maggie has come on board. This is the second time that they are coming on board with us. So Maggie has come on board where we will be having Flavors of Kindness, and we will be going around and feeding at least 300 people.
This is nice.
Yes.
This is remarkable. Well, big up to Maggie.
Yes.
You know, big up Maggie for
Yes.
understanding the vision and going beyond the lip service. This is a huge deal, man.
Yes, yes.
What is the future? No, we need to talk about, because I'm seeing this thing now. We're talking now. This is foundation of that, a new chapter.
Yes.
Really.
Yes.
And I know your mind is work over time, so I'm sure you have a lot of future plans that you have for the development of that aspect of the Good Deeds Day.
Yes.
Representation.
Yes, we do have that. We also have Dream It, See It, Be It, which is another initiative that Lucilec, the St. Lucia Electricity Services, have come on board with us, where we will be working with at least 50 young people in terms of renewable energy, in terms of, you know, saving energy, how they can be part of energy conservation.
Wow.
So that too is another Good Deeds Day activity that we are very excited about when it comes to Good Deeds Day.
Good Deeds Day.
Yes.
Well, you listen. You've striked across the board this time around, and
Yes.
you've spread your wings. You guys have spread your wings in so many different aspects. Impact should be great.
Yes.
Impact should